It is official. The Cleveland Browns have cleansed themselves of all the wrongdoing for the past, what seems to be 4, 5, 6 months. I don't even know. But they have traded Kenny Pickett. And this might not seem like big news from the outside looking in, but it actually really is big news. It goes to show how much confidence that they have in potentially Shedeur Sanders and or Dillon Gabriel as the future of this football team. Kenny Pickett was still on the younger side. He was still someone that they thought could be the future of this team. But now that they have traded him, it seems like Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry have kind of came to their senses and said, you know what? These young guys have enough potential where when it's time to let Joe Flacco go, which could be week 6, week 3, week 2, we're going to go with the young guy. And I am super excited because it just shows that Shedeur Sanders is this much closer. Just this much closer to showing the world that he belongs in a situation like a starting quarterback. I mean, let's go back to this throw, man. Can we please come off this bootleg, the play action, right? We're going to get our wide receiver here into the flats. We got a corner route here. Can we just take a second to see how beautiful this throw is? Stops on a dime, understands he's got time to throw. A lot of these quarterbacks nowadays, they like to play hero ball, roll really outside the pocket and make a crossbody throw that ends up being maybe overthrown, underthrown, doesn't matter. But I love how he sets his feet once he understands that he's got time in the pocket, and look at this, layers it over this DB right where it needs to be. Like, let's just go back to this. A week ago, right? Everyone's panicking like, oh, he's terrible. Oh, he's bad. But they fail to understand that the 5 offensive linemen that he was playing with all were waived about two minutes. Okay, obviously that's a little bit of a stretch. Less than 24 hours after that game, basically all of those offensive linemen that were blocked for him, gone. They looked like equipment managers. No disrespect, but I'm serious. Like, at the end of the day, those were not NFL players at that point in time. Maybe they would develop, but again, at the end of the day, it wasn't fair, right? They didn't play him on a 2-minute drill. Why? And you know what? I always looked at that as a negative, right? That they didn't play him on that 2-minute drill. But what I'm understanding is maybe they saw enough. Like, yeah, it was a bad game, but maybe they've seen enough leading up that they were like, you know what? We know what Shedeur Sanders is. We don't need to see it. We don't need to see anymore, right? We don't want to risk injury. Maybe that's it. Let me give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't know. Maybe they love Dillon Gabriel too. They might. But we're going to discuss what this Kenny Pickett trade means for Shedeur Sanders. We're going to look at some film. Let's go, man. I'm excited. This was also one of my favorite plays from Shedeur. Really quickly, guys. Look at this thing right here. Also, good job by the running back. Get a little bit of pre-snap motion here. First thing that we notice, offensive line is sliding to the right side. Right, we got man-to-man to the left, but it opens up a B-gap wide open for the linebacker. Running back goes and picks it up, right? Usually, quarterbacks, even veteran quarterbacks, panic in this position. Either A, try to get the ball out a hair too early or try to force a pass that just might not be there, or they get outside the pocket and they scramble for 3-4 yards before they, sliding or taking a hit, right? But Shedeur Sanders, what he does here is he's going through what we call a full field read, where he's scanning left, scanning right, but he never panics. When he sees that free rusher coming right at him, the one thing he doesn't do is force a pass, right? He waits for his blocker, and once the blocker is there, watch him regather. Regathers perfectly, right? And then sees he's got off coverage here on an in route. This DB's kind of biting down on 31. We have all the space in the world, but it's got to be precise. It's got to be an anticipation throw. And look at this dart right where it needs to be. He puts it low to the ground to ensure that even if a DB was to get their arm in there, they would not be able to intercept it. Perfect ball. And honestly, let's watch this from the other angle, because I feel like the other angle will probably do this a lot of justice, right? So again, get that pre-snap motion. Let's look at what Shedeur Sanders is looking at here. So as he's dropping back, he immediately scans left. As he's scanning to the right, boom, he sees, he makes eye contact with the blitzer, allows his guy to pick him up, resets, and then dart right where it needs to be. Okay? It's crazy because the haters, they were quiet. They were really quiet. Then he has a bad game and everyone's like, oh, yep, we told you. His biggest flaw was taking sacks. I would love to see Joe Flacco or Dillon Gabriel play in those exact situations. I would love it. I would love to see what they'd say when Dillon Gabriel takes 5-6 sacks with that offensive line that was blocking for him. I promise you, it would be, I would have a field day. Really quickly, guys, do me a big favor. Hit that like button if you haven't already done so yet. Also, subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. It doesn't cost anything. We got you guys covered throughout the entirety of this year's season. Now we're heading into the regular season. It looks like Joe Flacco will be the day one starter, but we're going to monitor everything that happens from there. I'm guessing they're going to list Dillon Gabriel as the 2 right now, but it's probably going to be an ongoing competition from here on out, so it should be really fun. But make sure you guys subscribe. Like I said, it's free, doesn't cost anything. Turn on your post notifications, that way you're notified when we do post these videos. And right here, we're going to get a beautiful digger out over the middle of the field, and once again, and we look at how patient he is and how calm he is, even under distress. You got 2 guys, attacking that left side, getting into the face. But again, he never panics. He never forces a throw, but he waits until the right time, waits for his receiver to break, and while basically getting hit here, throws another dart right where it needs to be. Where were the haters at week 1, man? I keep going through like a little flashback, and I'm like, I didn't see any hate at all. And he has a bad game, and then it's all hell breaks loose, right? Again, I don't know if this means that he's number 2. It probably doesn't. But what it does mean is they have confidence in these young guys, which includes Shedeur Sanders. So yes, it is big news. It is good news that Kenny Pickett is now gone. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about this? What do you think it means? I know everyone has a different interpretation of what this trade could mean. It could mean nothing. It could mean they have confidence. It could mean Shedeur's number 2. It could mean Dillon Gabriel's number 2. It could mean they just didn't want to hold 4 quarterback. But at the end of the day, I mean, at the very least, they thought Shedeur was a better potential long-term option than Kenny Pickett. They gave him up for a 6th-round pick. They're not going to give him up for a 6th-rounder if they think he's still the future of that team. So at the very least, they think they have the future on this team already. So obviously, it's a good thing. It's positive for Shedeur Sanders. Did I think they were going to trade Shedeur? No, you don't trade Shedeur Sanders. Guys, can we be honest with one thing for sure? Shedeur Sanders has changed this Cleveland Browns organization for the better. I mean, do we understand how many people are buying jerseys and loving Shedeur and watching Shedeur videos and probably going to want to go to the games when he's a starter? I mean, he is saving this organization, right? And I think not only because who he is on and off the field, but I think because as he grows, the work ethic that he has, I think he's going to turn into a really good player in the NFL. That might just be me, though. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I just wanted to give a quick update. It is good news. It is good news. Good news. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, maybe comment down below your depth chart. I personally think that they're going to continue to say Joe, Dillon, and Shedeur's number 3, but I think that race between 2 and 3 is closer than a lot of people think, and I think it's maybe even a toss-up at some point. And again, we'll see what happens. So hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Should be soon.